I just showed up a few minutes ago and I've been walking for like 2 hours and it's really cold. At least I'm cold, so might be a bit jittery here. We'll see. This is about a really bad birthday party. Lilith and Leviathan are having a joint birthday party and I am all alone, waiting for them to open their gifts. Nobody likes Leviathan and Lilith enough to spend a lot of money on them. I don't even like them enough, and I spent a lot of money, but I'm in the business of buying friendship. I go into the kitchen for another free beer. I feel disappointed when I go someplace and there's no free alcohol, like the dentist's office or the DMV. Some demons think I'm a failure because I can't pass the driving test. That's what it takes to be someone in hell. You've got to own the road. It doesn't matter that I'm royalty. I grab 2 cans of PBR from the case in the refrigerator. I stick one of the cans in my coat pocket. I make a display of pocketing it so the 2 demons talking in the kitchen know exactly what I'm doing. That I'm stealing free beer from those who are offering it for free. And one of the demons, the female, gives me a dirty look. The other demon, the male, is too busy hitting on the female and drinking free beer to care about me. My theft defeats his theft because I have no need for what I've taken. I return to the living room and chest bump someone who isn't there. I am excellent at faking good times. Everyone is in love with exactly one other demon at this birthday party. Leviathan sees me standing alone. He smiles and nods, letting me know that he's happy I showed up, but also that he's not interested in talking to me. I nod and smile so he knows I feel the same. He turns away, giving me a view of the tiny insect wings that sag like wet dish rags from his monstrous hunchback. I'm a prince of moderate importance, but unpopular. I walk across the living room to the free snack tray. There are chips and guacamole, peanuts, and peanut M&Ms. I consider pulling Leviathan or Lilith aside and solemnly informing them that I am allergic to peanuts and must go at once. They will say, "Don't eat the peanuts." I will say, "It's spiritual." I stick a finger in the guacamole, then lower my head and walk toward the bathroom, my finger curled into a hook at my side. I lock myself in the bathroom to wait for gift opening time. I pour my beer out in the sink. I look at myself in the mirror while the beer drains out of the can. I raise my guacamole hook finger above my head. I stab myself in the chest, smearing guacamole on the front of my goatskin shirt. The man with the green hook will kill himself any time, I say. I crumple the empty beer can and toss it in the bathtub. I lower the toilet lid and sit down on the toilet. There's a litter box across from the toilet. And tonight I'm such a jokester. I stand up and pull down my pants. I squat over the litter box. Eventually a big shit comes out. I rake litter over the shit. Leviathan and Lilith will be so surprised when they see this big shit their cat took. They will stop feeding the crappy food. From now on, their cat will only eat dictators, traitors, and all the worst sinners. Because I took a shit in the litter box. Because I am a saint of cats, holy in all conceivable ways. As an afterthought, I take the PBR out of my pocket and hide it in the tampon box beneath the sink, because some flows are heavier than others. I decide to return to the living room. I cannot stay in the bathroom when it smells this bad. Lilith sits on the couch, laughing, touching the near of a bearded skinny guy in a cardigan sweater. In some circles of hell, it's fashionable to invite humans down for birthday parties. I really hate that. I make eye contact with Lilith. My eyes say that it is not the time to be touching the knees of bearded skinny guys. Lilith gets up from the couch and comes over to me. "What is it?" she says. "I think it's the peanuts," I say. "What?" "I'll tell you in the kitchen." We go into the kitchen. "Is something the matter?" she says, pulling 2 beers out of the refrigerator. She hands one of them to me. "Your cat." I open the beer and take a long gulp, as if I need to brace myself for what's about to be said. "What about my cat?" she says, frowning. "I think maybe it ate some peanuts. I hear they're not good for cats, and there's this huge shit in the litter box that's unreal. I don't know your cat or its bathroom habits, but that shit seems abnormal. You better check it out." This is the part where I'm supposed to say, "Just kidding," but the look on her face breaks my heart. "Our cat is dead," she says. Oh, fuck. She rushes out of the kitchen before I can say anything. I consider leaving the party right now, slipping out of the apartment and returning to my own place, 3 fiery layers below this one. I don't want to see that face again. I don't want to be asked to explain myself. Lilith's shrieks quiet the partygoers. I leave the kitchen and make a beeline for the front door. The female demon from the kitchen steps in front of me, battle axe raised over her head. I knew he was up to no good, she says to the male demon, who stands beside her, ogling her metal-plated breasts. What is it, Lil? Leviathan says, reclining in a leather chair as two scaly vixens stroke his blubbery tail. The obese whale's mouth is full of peanut M&Ms. Flakes of candy coating adorn his mouth like the glittery lip gloss of preteen girls. He washes down the M&Ms with an entire can of beer. That asshole shit in Spooky's litter box, Lilith shouts from the bathroom. Which asshole? Leviathan says. He fishes between his gray folds of belly fat and removes another PBR. He shoves the entire can into his gaping maw without bothering to pop the tab. The can bursts in his mouth, but he doesn't mind. He gnashes the aluminum into pencil shavings. The demons in the room shift their eyes nervously, accusingly. The bearded skinny guy looks scared shitless, but so do I. That's part of hell's punishment. When you're a demon, you cannot hide your guilt. All eyes fix on me. I point at the bearded skinny guy, hoping the beer has put the others in the mood for torturing an innocent. It was him, I say. That's the asshole. I saw him do it. Lilith emerges from the bathroom, her eyes glowing red, her spade tail poised, ready to strike. You're telling me you watched this human shit in a litter box, she says? I lower my chin to the guacamole stain on my chest. I'm not strong enough to lie so blatantly to Lilith. She's the only one who holds that kind of power over me. But if I tell the truth, she'll dice me up and serve me as birthday cake. Answer me, she says, cracking her tail. I give my best fake laugh and clap my hands, acting as if this is all a joke, which it is. Or was. Oh, Lilith, you really have me going there. Hey, Leviathan, you and Lilith should open your presents now. I got you something really special, and if you'll hold off any longer, I won't be here when you open it. I told Cerberus I'd cover his guard duty tonight. As if Cerberus would trust you, somebody mutters. You're just jealous because you bought them a lame gift, and I got them something awesome. Come on, Levy, let's do present time. Cake and presents, the whale says, nodding. That's right, cake and presents, I say, glancing over at Lilith. She's beyond pissed. I find my gift in the stack of presents and bring it to Leviathan before anyone can stop me. Here you go, I tell him, laying the box wrapped in human skin on his bulbous stomach. Thanks, he says, squirming in his chair. He's obviously uncomfortable about the tension in the room, but too excited to resist the gift. And yes, I am a champion of others' weaknesses. Leviathan starts to tear away the wrapping, then hesitates. He looks to Lilith. Aren't you going to help, he says. Fine, she says, crossing the room. It had better be good. Together, they unwrap the box. Lilith strokes the skin wrapping, impressed by its quality. Leviathan licks his lips, hoping the gift is edible. I inch my way toward the door, in case they're disappointed. The box is made of obsidian, but as thin as tissue. It falls apart in the whale's clumsy hands, revealing the gift within. Everyone in the room gasps. Don't you love it, I say? It's our cat, Lilith says. You murdered our fucking cat and wrapped him in a box. Oh no, I say, holding my hands up, shaking my head in protest. I paid a lot of money for that thing. It's not your cat, Lilith. It's a magical flying cat. It's not dead, it's just sleeping. Lilith lunges for me. She drags me to the ground, punching me and raking her claws across my face as her tail coils in preparation for a knockout strike. Demons crowd around us, egging her on. Leviathan, no, somebody shouts. Lilith hesitates. I squirm out from under her and crawl toward the kitchen, expecting her to pounce on me. But when I turn back, she's looking at the bearded skinny guy. He's the one who shouted. He shouts again, somebody help! Stop Leviathan! Leviathan is eating the cat. Everyone in the room converges on the obese whale in the recliner. Lilith starts doing the Heimlich on him. That's not going to work unless he's actually choking on the cat, says the female demon with the axe. Let me decapitate him. Decapitation won't solve the problem either, her male companion says. Not if he swallows the cat before you cut off his head. Everyone be quiet, Lilith says. I stand in the back of the crowd, wondering if I should beat an exit while I still can. I decide to stick around. The cat's hind legs and tail vanish as Leviathan gulps it down. Lilith starts to cry. The bearded skinny guy rushes over to comfort her. A few demons turn away. Everyone is sad about the cat. I start to tiptoe out of the room, before their grief turns to anger, but a mewling halts me in my hoof tracks. There is another mewling, then another, coming from Leviathan's belly. The cat is alive. Quick, open a window, I say, hoping it's not too late to redeem myself. When nobody jumps into action, I run to the largest window and throw it open. The mewling inside Leviathan grows louder as he floats out of the leather recliner like a balloon. His tiny insect wings are flapping, but his wings are not the reason he's floating. Filled with the magical flying cat, Leviathan floats toward the open window. He's too scared or surprised to say anything. He hasn't flown in years. He used to love flying. Leviathan gets stuck in the window frame, so I call on the other demons to help me push him out. The female demon sets down her axe and lines up beside me, pushing with all her might. Even Lilith and the bearded skinny guy help out. When Leviathan is freed, he soars out of the apartment, above the highways gridlocked with rush hour traffic, and along the river Styx. Soon he is just a little gray dot, indistinguishable from all the other dots that could be pterodactyls, dragons, or other flying whales. Soon the river will spill into an ocean of blood, and Leviathan will go down, returning to the place where he always belonged. Happy birthday, I say, hoping that after all these years in hell, someone finally counts me as one of their friends. Thank you.